Okay, so I have to apologize because I was late with the first upload the day after Labor Day. So technically, I started on day two. And now I am recording after I got back from a trip in New Jersey. So I'm going to try cramming a few days into this one video. So, this is for the US Pain Foundation's 30-day challenge, and I said I was going to record myself during the challenge. That way I can just explain how I was able to achieve the goals, to share some of the activities with you, and just overall document this 30-day challenge as validation that someone with chronic pain can do it, more so just a personal goal to show that I can do it myself. So I wrote down on day three, if I lived pain free, what would I do? So it sounds silly, but I actually would clean my house more often. I'm not a neat freak or anything, but for those of us that have chronic pain, these things just fall by the wayside. So I would do dishes every morning, and that would be before I make breakfast for the family. I would vacuum more often, and that's because I have four dogs, and dog hair accumulates in this house much like snow does in New England. So I would do other such related chores like that. For my activities, I pretty much get to do any of the activities that I want to. I don't really have too many restrictions off of the top of my head. It's not like I've always wanted to be an avid runner or I don't know, a weightlifter or anything like that. So any activity that I want to do, I try to do it. I just have to space it out with anything else that I'm doing that day so I don't overdo it. Maybe I would play guitar a little bit more frequently and I would practice a lot more often. So career wise, I absolutely love what I do, and that's because I love working for US Pain Foundation. And I also will help my husband occasionally with his business that he started called The Farmer's Plate. So I get to travel, which is really awesome, but again, I can't do that for too long. So I guess I would add traveling to my activities portion of this list. And if I weren't working for US Pain Foundation and I could do something without worrying about my pain, I guess it's not too much of a realistic goal, but I would just like to play guitar and sing with my sister a lot more often and do additional events and shows, some more gigs. I'd also like to pursue my love for photography. So I wrote down modifying all of those goals. Here's what I actually came up with. And please don't hold me to it because some of them I might miss a day. But so I'll attempt to wash the dishes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturday mornings. I will vacuum on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursday evenings. And I think having a schedule like this for me is beneficial. That way I'll know going forward on certain days what I have to look forward to, and I can better space out my activity level earlier in the day or later on towards the evening. I'll also take more time for myself to play guitar for small periods of time, building up my arm and wrist strength again so I can comfortably strum my guitar without so much discomfort. I tend to have to crack my wrists a lot, and that's something I don't think will go away, but certainly I think that if I'm performing more often, my wrists will be able to tolerate that a little bit better. In finding a new normal with my career, I'm currently working for US Pain Foundation, so I'm learning to stand up and walk away from the home office desk a little bit more often, just being more consciously aware of when my back is starting to hurt or if I'm leaning forward too much. And actually just the actual motion of just having my hands raised, even if it's resting on the desk, sometimes causes a little bit of pain back here. So I'm learning to walk away, walk away. It's a little bit hard to do, but I'm getting better at it. I've also started to stand up for work a lot more often. I have a high top dining room table, so I'll just take my laptop with me and I'll stand for a good portion of my workday. Let's see. Oh, for the guitar portion of my semi-career goal, I'll be creating a page on Facebook featuring the duet that my sister and I make up. It's called My Sister's Keeper. So if people would like to hire us or to hear us more often, they can go to that page and they can make a request and we can see if we can accommodate that person's needs. So with regards to the photography, my husband and I actually just recently had a conversation about using some of my work and incorporating it into his business as part of this new product that we might be releasing. So I think I'm going to do my best to launch that dream into a reality, and I can't say too much right now until we get that project off the ground and running because I don't want to spoil it. I don't like spoiler alerts. So that was day 3. Day 4, using social media to explain to family and friends why I decided to join US Pain Foundation. And if you forgot to do that yesterday, day 4, you can certainly do that anytime after watching this video, explaining it to your family and friends on Twitter or Facebook. Just a quick little post status update, if you will. So I'm going to be doing that after I record this video. So I really joined initially US Pain Foundation because I felt really alone having chronic pain at such a young age with no other family members having experienced the symptoms that I have. And I found comfort in the organization and I selfishly wanted to be a part of something that I saw was going to turn into a growing and successful nonprofit equipped with the beneficial resources and team members that have a wealth of knowledge that I can benefit from. And then I saw how my small efforts could make a difference and also raise awareness. So I quickly became addicted to that type of feeling, and now I can't help but do it as often as possible. So I love that I can create concepts and projects on my own with US Pain Foundation, and I've almost always been given the green light to bring all of those ideas to fruition. So I love the flexibility that US Pain Foundation has. They don't have a one size fits all method with their thinking, as well as what they think should be treatment and therapy options for the pain community. So it's really nice to have a nonprofit organization that's so open minded. And so today is. Sorry, I don't have an actual program yet that's really cool and knows how to make awesome videos with like the slides coming in. So just imagine that this is coming in all of a sudden. Really cheesy elevator music. Okay, so day 5, which is to write a letter to the editor explaining to a local community that it is Pain Awareness Month during the entire month of September. And I would also add in there that you can share with the editor in that letter why it's important to you and what Pain Awareness Month means to the entire community of those who live with pain. So I wrote down there's a few ways that you can do this, accomplish this task. You can contact a state known and circulated newspaper. You could go to a local newspaper that circulates maybe just in your district or your community. And then if you really wanted to be ambitious, you can certainly send your idea to a TV station and see if they would like to cover that and possibly interview you about what September means to US Pain Foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write to our local newspaper. It's the Villager newspapers, and there's one that comes around just in Thompson, the Thompson Villager, and just simply bring up a few of the points that are outlined in the proclamation template that everyone should have received a few months ago, because that contains, the alarming number of people who live with chronic pain on a daily basis and things of that nature, which I think are all good points to bring to light when you're writing a letter like this. You want to be professional, you want to be formal, you don't want to write to the editor with a negative light or twist to it. Try and keep this as positive and upbeat as possible. We really want the community to listen to us, and if we're going to be taken seriously, we kind of need to step back for a moment and realize that this isn't just about us. So if I'm having a bad day and I write a letter to the editor, I might be a little negative, but this is really for the betterment of the entire pain community. So having that in the back of your mind, bring that to the forefront of the letter itself. So if it's difficult for you to type out a letter and submit it, you can ask your spouse, you can ask a sibling, even a neighbor or a friend. And if you didn't know, there are programs out there. I think the newer Microsoft Word ones actually might have it on the newer laptops and computers where you can talk to your computer and it will type what you're saying. If you don't know about that, there are a couple different programs that you can download for that. And I know a few people that do that because the screen itself is really hard for their eyes to focus on, and especially someone with RSD and or rheumatoid arthritis or different other forms of chronic pain, it's really hard for them to type for too long without getting that burning and nagging sensation in their fingers, hands, and wrists. So that's just one option. If you are absolutely unable to do either getting a program, having a program that you can talk to and it types out for you, or having somebody write the letter for you, you can, if you can, send me an email or you can call my office. It's 860-315-7307, or the main office, US Pain office phone number. Have them connect you with me. And you can tell me what you would like stated in that letter. I'll type it out for you. And then just let me know where you would like to have this sent out to, and I will do my best to have that accomplished. So happy day 5 in our 30-day challenge, and thank you so much for participating and taking the pledge to do days when you're having low pain. And I hope that you will continue participating. This is a great way for us to all be connected, stay motivated, be really proactive during the entire month of September. It's a great conversational starter when you start posting things on social media to say that you're doing this challenge, or to just be explaining what US Pain Foundation is, what it's done for you. And starting a conversation is the name of the game. I always say that, it starts with just a story, usually your pain journey, and that opens up a whole world of opportunities. So happy day 5, and I will be checking back in with all of you soon. Have a good day.